The briefcase is hanging. The superstars are ready. The chaos is about to begin. We've got a full predictions episode of WWE Money in the Bank 2025. Bold predictions, shocking twists, and ladder climbing drama. We're here. We've got them. It's time for the burning truth. Hey, it's Scott Barratt, and welcome back to the burning truth. And I'm joined once again by my partner in crime, Mr. Money in the Bank. At least once, I'm sure. It's Matt Baines, everybody.
Thank you.
Have you been a Mr. Money in the Bank? I'm just guessing.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Money in the Bank. There you go.
Yeah, once.
Maybe not for WWE, but you have been a Mr. Money in the Bank.
Yeah, and ironically was successful.
Successful.
Successful. What?
How are you? Okay.
Yeah, I'm all good. How about yourself?
Yeah, good,
you
mate.
all good?
I'm always all good. This is our predictions episode of Money in the Bank 2025. 4 matches on the card to get into, including 2 huge ladder matches. Streaming on Saturday, June 7th, Sunday for us, midnight kickoff in the UK on Netflix and everywhere else, and 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific time on Peacock in the United States. Are you excited for this one, Matt Baines? It seems like it's come around really quick.
We blinked.
Yeah, totally, absolutely. You know, it doesn't seem, well, it's only 2 weeks since Saturday night's main event. It's even less time, it feels like, since the last PLE, which was Backlash. Was it Backlash?
Yeah. Wow. The real question is we could potentially have another card on here as well if we wanted to be really, really sneaky.
No, we're not talking Worlds Collide tonight, Matt Baines. We haven't got time for that. But
I'm just saying we could, but to be honest with you, we'll be here all day.
Yeah, we've got way too much to talk about to even think about that.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got what looks like a really strong Money in the Bank card, right?
Yeah.
What are you most looking forward to for this one?
Me, I'm looking forward to the Money in the Bank.
The men's or the women's?
Both.
Okay.
Both, because one's pivotal depending on a certain situation of are they there, aren't they there?
Yeah.
And then the other one is completely who's game, you know, who could actually come out with the win, seeing as a lot of them weren't even on the main roster.
Absolutely. I'm most looking forward to, since you didn't ask, thank you very so much.
I was going to ask you.
Also, if you are listening along, watching along, please help us get to 1,000 subscribers by hitting that subscribe button below, hitting the like button, sharing with your friends, and commenting. Really helps the channel. Me and Matt Baines love doing this, and we want to get ourselves to 1,000 subscribers as soon as possible. So please hit that button. It really, really helps the algorithm and all the other stuff. But the match I'm most looking forward to, Matt Baines, is this one. It's Scott versus Matt in predictions. And so far, Matt Baines, it looks like somebody is racing ahead.
You could say that, but I never say never. Never say never.
I think I've been caught out a couple of times with things that I thought were certs that just weren't. And I've learned some lessons this year that are going to be painful for you for the second half of the year, I think, Matt Baines, it's fair to say.
To be honest with you, bear in mind that some of the ones I got, you know, at WrestleMania, come on. How many people predicted Dominic?
Exactly. Caught out a few times and not happy about it. So, with that being said, shall we start looking at some predictions?
Yes, let's. But where shall we start first?
Well, I think we should start with the match that I'm most looking forward to on the card, which is, if you just let me press the button. Hopefully this works. Here we go. Oh, yeah, now we're talking. Which is Lyra Valkyria versus Becky Lynch.
The
Continental Championship match. Once again be defended as at Backlash, where Valkyria retained the title against Lynch in an explosive contest, only to be viciously assaulted by the man after the belt. The title holder responded by attacking Becky during a triple threat Money in the Bank qualifying match, resulting in a brawl that took Lynch out of the bout and allowed Roxanne Perez to pin Natalya. The following week, the man went off on the WWE Universe as the reason she took so much time off from WWE, and she vowed to show the women's locker room what it's like to be held down by the man. So what will happen when the two determined Irish superstars clash at Money in the Bank in this highly anticipated rematch? Now, the first thing I want to say is what this match has done, again, is brought the best out of Lyra Valkyria in the build-up.
I'd agree with that.
Absolutely brought the best out of it. That being said, I think this time the win will probably go to Becky Lynch. I think it's the man's turn for a victory here, and I think she takes the title.
I kind of wish I went first.
I
kind of wish I went first. So it didn't sound like I'm copying your homework.
That's just where I land on this one. I think this is the one where Becky wins. You could go and have a bit of an outside gamble on Lyra Valkyria and think that maybe Becky Lynch is going to put her over strong 3 in a row. This will be the second one, but I think Becky takes the belt.
No, you could, but no. This one needs to be Becky Lynch. She needs to get the win.
Yeah, I think we're in agreement there.
Yeah,
totally the right thing to do. But after Becky Lynch gets the victory, Matt Baines, where do we think we go next?
The real question is, because at least if Becky gets the win, it doesn't necessarily say Lyra can't call for a rematch or the feud escalates. Whereas I feel as though if Lyra wins, that's it. End of feud. Can't happen again until she loses the title.
That really easy booking is interesting because that seems to have disappeared under Triple H.
Yeah.
The whole automatic rematch. So I'm really interested in your thoughts on that.
I feel as though for this, they might actually allow the automatic rematch.
Okay.
Because they've worked so well against each other.
Yeah, just to get a third one out of it, you think they might use it for story purposes?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I get that. So just to confirm, I'm going to go Becky Lynch for new champ. You're going to go
Becky Lynch.
Becky Lynch for new champ. Okay, let's move on then. Next one I want to talk about is on the women's side again. Let's talk about the women's Money in the Bank ladder match 2025. So a chance of greatness awaits 6 superstars as they attempt to retrieve the contract dangling above the ring. The winner of this match has a 100% record turning the contract into a championship. Did you know that? No woman has ever failed in cashing in.
Yeah.
Alexa Bliss, she captured the first spot in the high stakes battle. She beat Chelsea Green and Michin in an explosive triple threat match. Roxanne Perez grabbed the next spot by overcoming Natalya and Becky Lynch after Lyra Valkyria pulled the man out of the ring and ignited that brawl. Rhea Ripley beat Kairi Sane with a riptide after an early Zoe Stark injury that transformed a high-stakes triple threat match into a one-on-one showdown.
Yeah,
we wish Zoe Stark's the best with her injury because it did not look good.
Oh, it looked nasty. It looked painful.
SmackDown's newest acquisition, Julia, earned her way into the Money in the Bank with a huge triple threat match victory over the United States champion Zelina Vega and the 14-time champion Charlotte Flair. Naomi qualified for the match after stealing a victory from Jade Cargill and Nia Jax in a thrilling match on SmackDown. So Naomi really defied the odds there by beating two absolute beasts. And Stephanie Vaquer, Raw's newest signing, became the last entrant after she defeated Liv Morgan and Ivy Nile this week on Raw in a huge upset. I thought Liv was an absolute cert for this one. So they're the six, Matt Burns: Stephanie Vaquer, Alexa Bliss, Roxanne Perez, Naomi, Rhea Ripley, Julia. Where do you see this one?
This can go anywhere. Like I said, this is the one that I when I said it earlier, that many of these individuals weren't even on the main roster.
Yeah.
Many of them were on NXT or not there. And
three of them were on NXT 2 months ago. You know,
yeah,
lots of change very quickly. Alexa Bliss returned this year. You know, she wasn't on the roster for a couple of years prior to the Royal Rumble. Julie and Stephanie Vaquer, not only are they new to the main roster, but they've only been in WWE probably just coming up on 12 months. And Roxanne Perez been in NXT for a few years now, and an absolute gold of a wrestler, of a young talent.
The question is, which one of them produces the biggest gold, the biggest reward? Which one produces the biggest shock outcome? And I don't think it's Rhea.
No, I don't either. I think this is WWE following through on strapping a rocket. And I want your thoughts first, but I know exactly where I'm going.
As much as I understand that Stephanie Vaquer is definitely, she has been absolutely phenomenal, I feel as though putting that rocket on her might be a bit too soon and too sudden. I'm stuck between two.
Okay.
I'm stuck between Roxanne Perez and Naomi.
Naomi's a great shout. So is Roxanne Perez.
If I'm going to go for it, I am going to go for the long haul and go for Roxanne Perez.
Okay, nice. I'm going to go Stephanie Vaquer. I think they brought her up to the main roster very suddenly. They've got to have a reason and some plans for her.
Yeah.
She is by far, for me, right now, the most over woman in the company.
Yeah.
And that's why I think she gets Money in the Bank. I think they strap a rocket to a very Brock Lesnar-esque, how he came up, won King of the Ring, won SummerSlam, and he was the champ. And it was just sort of, this is the guy now. That's where I think the game with Stephanie Vaquer. She's the woman now.
The reason why I don't think her is because she'll be doing double duty that night. Because she's also wrestling on Worlds Collide.
Is she? Is that in the same venue?
Same night.
Oh, okay.
Well, same day. It's just Worlds Collide is on earlier.
Who's she working at Worlds Collide?
I believe she's in a tag match. Which is she's tagging with Lola Vice
against Chick Tormenta and Dallas. Yeah, I can't see that being too much of a problem, mate. I think.
Yeah, but you can see why it's a bit of a. But who knows? She could get the double bubble.
Absolutely, I think Stephanie Vaquer wins quite easily. So my pick, Stephanie Vaquer, just to confirm. And yours, Matt Burns?
I am going to go with Roxanne Perez.
Roxanne Perez. Nice. Very nice. Very, very nice. That means the next one that I want to talk about is the men's Money in the Bank.
Yeah. Now,
hold on. 6 superstars chase destiny. They tried to capture Money in the Bank contract in this death-defying matchup. Solo Sikoa stole the first spot, when Jacob Fatu and JC Mateo helped Sikoa overcome Jimmy Uso and Rey Fenix. LA Knight grabbed the next spot by overcoming Aleister Black and Shinsuke Nakamura. Feels better to say, don't it? Aleister Black. Aleister Black. Feels so much better. And Shinsuke Nakamura in a triple threat match. Penta locked up his spot by taking down Dragon Lee and Chad Gable. Seth Rollins became the fourth superstar to qualify. He beat Sami Zayn and Finn Balor. Note on Finn Balor. Did you see the demon in the background of his segment on Raw?
Yes.
Demon's coming. Andrade used an accidental distraction by Sikoa and JC Mateo to upend Jacob Fatu and Carmelo Hayes and qualify for the match. And El Grande Americano El Large Coffee was able to overcome both AJ Styles and CM Punk to become the last entrant. So out of those, Matt Burns, who will become Mr. Money in the Bank?
Oh,
Money in the Bank.
Money in the Bank. This all I've noticed that you've made me go first on each one.
I went first on the first one. And I'll go first on the last one too.
But you're giving me the tough ones, the real tough ones.
Absolutely. I want to know what your thoughts are.
You know what? Let's chance it. Let's go for it. It is time. Because it's the reason why I'm going to go for this is because of during a certain segments and certain interviews recently, there was like a bit of a background image, of like a cartoon, and there was an image of someone choking out John Cena. Almost
John Cena?
Yeah, almost like a future prediction potentially. Was that WWE's way of hinting at a future match, a future challenge? And the weird thing about it is it was who it was. It was none other than LA Knight. Yeah.
Okay, LA Knight. I can see you thinking there. I'm going to go the more obvious way for this one. I think Seth freaking Rollins gets the victory here. There's loads of rumblings around Roman Reigns and stopping him, etc. I don't think that happens. I think the numbers game. I think Seth Rollins wins Money in the Bank, and it's right for that new heel character of his. I think to win something like Money in the Bank.
For this match, I'm just going to throw this out there. If either of us are right, I feel as though we both won.
Yeah, I think there are three that I would be quite happy winning this match. Any of these three, Seth freaking Rollins, LA Knight, and Solo Sikoa, I would be quite happy with them winning. But my pick is Seth Rollins. I think that is what's going to happen. That's what I see.
It's a solid pick, but I thought I'd just go with a bit of a chance, think outside the box, and possibly see if it leads to John Cena.
John Cena. That's only because I watched Chris Van Vliet's interview with Santino, and he was talking about the different impressions he did.
So funny.
Shamus. Okay, so I go Seth Rollins, you go LA Knight, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah. You missed out there. See, I'll put it on a plate then.
I know, so I see what you did there.
So that brings us then, Matt Burns, to what I think will be the main event on the night, and a very interesting match. That brings us to the tag team match between Cody and Jay, former tag team champions, and John Cena and Logan Paul. They're calling it one of the biggest tag team matches in the history of the WWE, in the Inuit Dome in California. Cody Rhodes teams up with the World Heavyweight Champion Jey Uso to take on the undisputed champ John Cena and Logan Paul. Since attacking the American Nightmare at Elimination Chamber, Cena vowed to ruin wrestling and has since dethroned Rhodes for his record-breaking 17th World Championship. this has put him past. Sorry. But his past has quickly caught up with him. Cena attempted to help Paul win the World Heavyweight title as another way to enact his master plan, but Rhodes returned for the first time since WrestleMania, dropped Cena with a crossroads, and issued the challenge for Money in the Bank. Can a former tag team champions, Rhodes and the Usos, save professional wrestling, or will John Cena continue his reign of terror alongside the Maverick? The last time is now. John and Logan versus Cody and Jay.
I've got an idea where I'm going to go.
Okay.
But as it's the final one.
I said I would go first.
Yes, but listen, you're not going to change my answer. Definitely.
Cody pins Cena clean.
What was that?
Cody pins Cena clean.
Oh, this is interesting.
I'm going Cody, Rhodes, and Jey Uso win. That's where I'm going.
Okay. I don't think it's going to end. I don't think it's going to end on a high.
Okay.
I think we're going to have some different opinions right now.
I can
see this being a John Cena and Logan Paul night.
Okay.
I really can, because the only way that they're going to end it on a high or just to tease it is because I can see John Cena, they cheat to get the win. They do the daylight robbery, and just as Cena is celebrating, you hear LA Knight's music hit. Teasing a cash in. Just teasing.
See, here's what I see.
But at the flip side, if your Money in the Bank prediction wins, Cena winning will still benefit Seth as well.
Oh, absolutely.
So either way, I think the more
Cody winning. I've got Cody winning. Sorry,
you've got Cody winning, and I've got Cena and Logan winning. So either way, Cena winning does wonders for whoever wins the Money in the Bank men's for us.
So I'm just going to take this down and put it back up, because what I want to talk about just briefly is Matt Baines. 3 out of the 4 we've gone for different winners.
Yeah.
Which means there is a lot of points potentially up for grabs on Saturday night.
Yeah.
This could end up 17-20.
Yep.
This could end up.
This could be your moment to catch up.
But it could also end up 23-14, and I could be 9 behind. So lots and lots to play for on Money in the Bank. I think the main thing is, Matt Baines, how much we're looking forward to the PLE.
I've always looked forward to Money in the Bank.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a good one. Even the pandemic Money in the Bank was very good.
Yeah.
We always find a way to do something special with it. I'm looking forward to this one. I think, look at the men's match, and Penta, Americano, and Andrade are there to do something spectacular with the ladders. In the women's, Julia, Roxanne Perez will be there to do something absolutely spectacular that you've never seen before. The match between Lyra Valkyria and Becky Lynch is a personal issue that I'm all there for. And equally, the tag match of Logan Paul, John Cena, Jey Uso, and Cody Rhodes has got loads of emotion behind it. So I think overall, this PLE has got it all. If there's a 5th match added, I don't know whether we'll jump on and do a prediction. If we can, we will. If not, it's not the end of the world. But I think, Matt Baines, that's probably it from us tonight.
I think it is. But it's still very good answers. I feel as though it's going to be really good. I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, it's going to be absolutely amazing just to watch and just see some fresh faces get some good, solid wins. But
absolutely. If you're looking for us on any of the socials, Matt Burns, all you've got to do is type in The Burning Truth and look for
the championship belt, which is either behind me or right above us.
Get those ones up. It's gone blurry. My one is there. Also, we're on the road to 1,000 subscribers, Matt Burns. So what do they need to do?
Hang on. 1,000 subscribers? Can't wait for it.
1,000.
Yeah, all they need to do is pretty much just subscribe to us on YouTube, show us some love, and and we're always on our socials. Check us out, because I will say there has been some gold on our socials lately.
Absolutely
Absolute gold.
And we really want your predictions. So please post as a comment on this video just below. What are your predictions for the 4 big matches? The tag match, Logan Paul, John Cena versus Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso. The men's Money in the Bank, the women's Money in the Bank, and that personal issue between Lyra Valkyria and Becky Lynch for the women's Intercontinental Championship. Billy Piper's the new Doctor. And I think that's it for tonight, Matt Burns.
Oh, no, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, you sound like Eddie Hall as well.
I do sound, apparently so. From the same place in the world, aren't we? Eddie Hall, Robbie Williams, Scott Barratt. We're all from Stoke. So,
with that, of course,
good night from me, and it's good night from him.
But of course, I've always got to say this. Please, please, please keep the fire burning, and always remember DFTBA. And in case you don't know what it means, it of course means don't forget to be awesome.
www.theburningtruthuk.com for any further information, blogs, etc. Excelsior.